happy haircut. Don't know if you saw my last video. Right, what am I going to talk about? Oh yeah, got happy hair behind my ears. It's much easier. Anyway, so I'm going to talk about things that aren't instant. So we live in an age where everything is like press of a button. Can I click my fingers? Just about. You press something, it happens. You buy something online, yeah, you got to wait a few days for it to come. But usually anything web related, we think of as always being instant. But some things aren't. And as a website designer, it's frustrating as hell. And it's frustrating because you have to explain it to a customer and you have to explain why. And on the one hand, I feel like, oh, I have to explain this again. But then on the other hand, I realise they don't know. So why would they? So here's a thing that's not instant. It used to take 24 to 48 hours to change. When you change the name servers, I'll explain what that is in a minute, for a website to go live. So sometimes a website going live would take 24 to 48 hours. That's 2 days. What is happening? Is a snail going along going, oh, it's a new website? No, it's not like that. So a name server, so you have your domain name, so polyspiral.com. There are name servers for polyspiral.com that say, look over there for the all the IP addresses to do with email and website and other bits and bobs. Okay, so your name servers override hierarchically domain name servers, and then DNS records. If I change the name servers to somewhere else, that used to take 24 to 48 hours. I think it's more like, the other day it took a long time, about 4 or 5 hours, which was unusual. Often usually it takes 2 or 3 hours. So if I was building a website here and the person's website was here, and to make it live I had to change a name server, so it's on my server here. I should have brought, drawn something. But so it's over here and I've got to tell everyone it's over here. When I change the name servers over here, from the domain name to say the name servers are there, you go to the website and if people immediately go to that website, they won't see the latest website. They may see it in 2 or 3 hours time. It may even be the next day. And it's to do with DNS propagation. You can Google that because I'm not going to explain it to you. And I'm not going to pretend I understand it fully, even after 27 years of building websites. So this thing, making a website live, if it's a process of changing the name servers, it isn't always instant. And the same goes for if you're going to change an IP address. So if I'm going to say the IP address, which tells the world where a website is, if that IP address changes from here to here, it again can take 2 or 3 hours, and it's to do with DNS propagation. It's probably the same process, really. So that thing isn't instant. And years and years ago, I told a customer, the website's live, don't tell everyone yet, wait till the next day, because then you can be sure everyone's going to see the new website. And they went on Twitter, back then it was Twitter, and they told everyone, and people said, I can only see the old website. And I was like, I had to re-explain why. So don't be surprised if your website takes a day to go live safely, because you don't want someone to go onto the old website going, oh, it's that same old website. So there's a thing that's not instant. Another thing that's not instant, and it's kind of really hard to explain to customers. So there's a thing called caching. I think one of it comes from a French word cache, but it's to stash things, and your website browser will store an old version of the website. Now, website browser, so if you're on an iPhone, that will probably be Safari or Chrome, whatever you use to browse the web with. So if you visit the BBC website, or if you go on, Google or something, your phone will store some elements of that page so that it's quicker to browse. So you can go to that website quicker, and I think it saves data and roaming, and it just downloads quicker. So this is great. It makes your website run faster. Fantastic. If you're a website designer and you've made a change, and the server, which is where the website's coming from, also will cache versions of the site. You can set it to do caching, server-side caching. But if you've cleared that cache, the world won't necessarily instantly see the changes you've made to that website. It's so frustrating. So I might have changed the colour of something, or the font of something, or the way something works, and I put it out there, and I said, and the customer says, you haven't changed it, and I always feel like they're accusing me of lying. I've gotten over that now. I realise they just don't understand, and I have to explain, and I always feel like they're reading it going, oh yeah, really, you just haven't done it yet. But I have to put in an email, yeah, your browser has probably cached an old version of the page, and then I give them instructions of how to refresh their cache or try on another device or try on another browser. And I always feel like, oh, I'm sorry, I feel so bad telling them that because I know it's a lot of faff for them. They have no idea how much faff it is for me. But that's what I signed up for. This is what I do as a website designer. So making a change in a website, content changes, text changes are usually pretty instant, but the cosmetic changes, they can take a while for people's browsers to go, hang on a minute, it's a different colour, or oh, that image is there now, or this is a different font. So yeah, caching can make things not instant, and DNS propagation is an instant. I wonder if there's anything else that's like that. But yeah, everything on the web is usually doink, it's right away. But yeah, those two things, I can never adequately explain why they're not instant, and I probably haven't done that right now. But anyway, I'm Abby of Polyspiral Website Design and Hosting, and if you ever want any help with your website, I specialise in WordPress sites, let me know, and I hope that explains something more simply than, well, some people have, but I doubt it has. But I'd love to hear your feedback.